even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Okay, ready? Reload! Check! Mikey,
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Smith. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Jackson to return.
So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Richmond. He completes it to Henry. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
18, Pioneers! Panther 11, not saying 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, 5, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That kickoff return, 104 yards.
And the Saints have moved out in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Saints 14, Raiders 7.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Raiders at 11-5 on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith dancing to his left.
And complete to Drake London.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. A good pick up there at 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Play action. It's Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Curtis Samuel His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Forced out to his left.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jet sweep. Here's London.
He stiff-arms him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football. Now
Geno on first down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long. And that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Hill.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Track.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Aiden Hutchinson
Able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Buffalo 18. 19 right. 18, 5 years.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richmond on the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richmond.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Christian Watson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints have retaken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted them, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Richmond. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Richmond.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, Smith.
Into the hands of London.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Richmond. Open man, the tight end, Henry.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Throwing on first down, Richmond. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Richmond. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time he spent in the locker room, what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Fortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Richmond. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Running lanes ran a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Richmond being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Richmond buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Overall, he's had a productive day throwing the football, but that time maybe trying to do a little too much, and it backfired with a pick 6.
In the old days, defensive coaches would have been beside themselves with all the yardage that have been piled up with him throwing the football. But in this age of football, what they care about most? Possession. And them taking it away, turning it into a pick 6, they don't worry about the yardage given up. They like the result that their defense gave them.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with
touchdown, New Orleans.
Damian Harris, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Steps away to his left.
That's brought in downfield by London.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
On the ground, Rodgers. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
19 tight.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Completes it to Samuel.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Rodgers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And Smith's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. In motion left is Hopkins. To throw on 2nd down. Richmond.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Warriors 17. Hey, pass. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. 7 Tigers. 7 Tigers. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Richmond. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
They're on 41-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st down, Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Vegas. 56 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw, Smith. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
Touchdown Raiders! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Raiders stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On first down, it's Smith. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle they go. Rodgers. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Rodgers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now Smith. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, Rodgers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now they send a man in motion right. Smith now to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The 40. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And Smith's throw complete there to Smith.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Rodgers. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
At the 43-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Smith. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. In motion, Hill. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now it's Smith. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point now by Boswell. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Makes the score.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up, because
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir. That touchdown puts him in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
First down, and they go back to Harris. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Slot man moves right. Now a first throw here in overtime. Complete. It's Henry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Well, they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Richmond. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
First throw here in overtime for Smith. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Backed up deep in their own territory, they were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
18 level.
Now Gino on first down.
Connecting with Hill.
A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that...
Oh, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans,
a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss could be an impactful one as they'll finish at 11-6 on the year.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.